So today we're going to be talking about poetry. So remember, poetry has a lot of imagery. It creates those different photos in your head with words. I kind of think of it as art through words. Then we have a point of view. It always has a speaker who is talking in the poem. It always has a specific structure of how it's laid out. Sometimes that's talking about the rhymes and things like that. A big idea. It always has that theme or message. It's trying to teach the reader something through its words. Patterns, we're going to look for a lot of patterns in poetry, such as rhyming and rhythm for sure. Remember, rhyme is when the ending sounds the same, and rhythm is that beat we hear when we're saying the words. And then mood or tone, that's the feeling that poem gives us. Are we feeling sad when reading it? Are we feeling happy and joyful? What feeling are you getting? Now let's go over some figurative language. Remember, an idiom is when you say something different than what you mean. It's raining cats and dogs. There are not really cats and dogs falling from the sky, but it's an idiom that means it's raining really hard. Okay? Onomatopoeia, that's that bang, zip, zam, those sound words. We have that hyperbole. Remember that exaggeration? We're super hyper. We're over exaggerating. I have a ton of homework. You don't really have a ton. You have a lot. Okay? It's an exaggeration. We have an alliteration where we have the same letter repeated over and over again at the beginning of the sound. So remember, we talk about alliteration has a lot of L's. Okay. Another example would be "you're a cool cat." Both cool and cat sound start with the k sound or the c. Okay, that's alliteration. Personification. We want to remember the word personification has the word person in it, and we give a noun or a non-lifelike object characteristics that a human would have. So for example, the sky is looking very angry today. Well, the sky doesn't really have a face, but when we are talking about personification, we are giving the characteristic of facial expression such as angry to a cloud that is not a person. Okay? When we talk about the sky looks very angry, it looks like it's about to storm, or it's very black and dark and thunderstormy. Okay, now let's talk about the key ones that we see a lot, simile and metaphor. Remember, a simile, we have that S, okay? So we say uses like or as, okay? Simile uses like or as. Then we have a metaphor. Remember, we create the letter M. Metaphor is without like or as, and then we create a W. Ready? Metaphor is without like or as. Okay? So that's kind of an overview for poetry.